All right, guys. So today we have a very, very special ration. This is probably one of the craziest rations we've ever done on this channel. Probably the most expensive and the most rare, and probably one of the creepiest, actually, so far. This is a Second World War. This is a Wehrmacht first aid kit. This is what we consider a Doug ration, if you guys know what that means. This is the real deal. This is from Russia, all right? This is Battleground Doug. This is a officer's first aid kit. This goes in the front pocket. It was unclear whether it was pants pocket or whether it was a jacket pocket. A very interesting little case. It looks like wood. It's actually not wood. This is actually like a cardboard, like a waxy cardboard type material. And you can see it has an iron cross on it. This is basically a Wehrmacht ration. This is, we don't know what branch. Wehrmacht basically is a general military term. And then they have their version of the Army, the Air Force, and the Marines that are under all that. And Navy, I should say. So, very hard to translate this. Been trying for probably more than an hour here. And since it's a different font, it's hard to tell. This is essentially a pocket pharmacy essential. We cannot determine what the DRGM or DRG, it almost looks like a ohms symbol. Very interesting. And up here we basically have a field dressing packet. Essentially, that's what it is. So we're being very careful with this, trying to figure out what situation with this is. But the guy I bought it from said this is a officer's first aid kit. So take his word for that. We're going to pull it out here. And this has a very odd little deal. And my first concern is everything's labeled, which is kind of weird. You know, I thought right at first, but then after doing a little more research, I cannot find this anywhere on the internet. There is other first aid kits that have the same type of labeling. So there is that. I'm going to bend that back just a smidge and see if it'll stay there by itself without snapping it off. And it will. So we'll put this on the screen. This is essentially an instructions little piece of paper. And we have it here, like I said, I feel it put it on the screen. Instructions for use. So this has medication for, it looks like for diarrhea, cramps, diarrhea. This is, it's so hard. There's eye drops in here. There's all kinds of stuff. Now that we're open, we can actually get the translator on this and see what the deal is here. And we're going to come in here, we're going to translate. Got some mystery staining here. I don't know what, who knows. So we have a sewing kit. We have a bleeding weight, which is probably some arrangement of way to stop blood, possibly. That is like a salve. I really don't want to open this and ruin this ration. This is extremely rare. You guys see me and other reviewers open rare stuff before. This is like next level. But it's like a little bit of salve in there. I don't really need to open up and show you guys that. And we did take a picture earlier of this thing. So if we got in this place, we could put it right back the way it was. So this is our sewing kit here. I'll flop that back down for a second. Here he has some rusty safety pins. A little bit of thread on a piece of paper. Get that. We have a little tiny needle back here. Can you get that pulled out? I'll leave it in there. It's just all that stuff stuck on a little piece of paper. I'm going to tuck that back in there. Here, I want to disrupt any of this stuff. Then back behind here we have some little buttons. There's a few missing off of it. They might be down the bottom. They're not. So apparently it was used. It was in use. So I'm just trying to look. Perlon Umbertoffen. I do not speak German, so a lot of you German guys might be able to leave a comment on here, but what we're looking for is any kind of date or anything. It says a 25 on the back. Not sure what that is, but look how little the buttons are. Like, I don't understand what that would not make a good shirt button. I don't understand what the deal is. But there is that. So let's put that back down in here like so. Goes on the very back. The blood clotter stuff, which seems to have maybe some, you know, be careful what we say here because we don't want YouTube to demonetize this. We're going to tuck that back in here. I'm going to try it ever so gingerly to make that stay there. So we're going to grab this is 5 milligrams of ALK, MAGNMITTEL. Let's pull this out here real quick. It has VZ on the bottom. Stomach tablets. I don't know how translator got that, but these are stomach tablets. These are 5 tablets of he's picking up the text behind it. Main sanitary is all it says. Purologico sanitary tablets. Not sure what that's all about. Maybe a antibacterial. This one is actually too deteriorated to tell what's going on in here. Now let's see if I could gingerly open that up. It's in like a wax paper. I don't know. It's too deteriorated to translate any of it. I probably shouldn't even be messing with this, to be totally honest with you, because we don't know what it is to start with. Now, this is interesting. It's one of the plugs out of one of the bottles. This bottle is empty or dried up. This is the valerian root. So what we looked up, this is probably more like a painkiller type thing. I'll set that off to the side. Tyrapafilin. Health and safety. It says it translates to neck tab, but I believe this is like a ibuprofen type situation. This is the one that's missing the lid here. It's got a deal over the bottle where you can't quite read it. Acetic clay. Not sure what that's all about, but it's still in there. That's for sure. A little bandage, mole bind. It's almost like a little string gauze bandage. There's 2 more gauze bandages here. And there's another one back here in a paper pouch. Definitely looks like some you know what on there. I don't want to say because I don't get banned off YouTube. That's the way. That's where we're at these days, boy. You can't say normal stuff, but you guys don't know what I'm talking about as far as what that is. I want to close this and flip this over to show you the back of it. There's no markings anywhere else on here. There's no dates on any of this stuff. That was like way before they did any of that type of thing. And same way on this. I'm looking to see. Definitely is like a waxy cardboard that may look like wood. And it has like a metal grate thing on top. And then another one on the bottom of here, you can see. And very interesting little ration. But that's it, guys. That's all for Wehrmacht, Nazi, German ration. One of the only ones I've ever seen, ever heard of, and probably the only one ever will ever hear, ever see. That's going to be it, guys. Let me know, guys, if you guys like this video. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. We'll be back very soon with another one. See y'all later.